everyone, 2A Ninja here. Topic of today's video, Bilson Arms BA-15FC. You guys have seen it at SHOT Show. Over 1 million people saw multiple videos. I just wanted to do my over 1,000 round review at this point. The Bilson Arms BA-15FC, this is the forward charging pump style. This one is chambered in 223 Wild. Bilson Arms was nice enough to send this out a while back. We did the interview with them at SHOT Show. So we have their 12-inch barrel, 223 Wild. I have done a few upgrades to this. We have the Superlative Arms adjustable gas block. I was shooting this suppressed a lot with the Omega 300, and it doesn't have the ports, so I was getting a little bit of gas blowback out of the ejection port. Now back here where the charging handle would be, there's no gas blowback because that piece is sealed off. So I wanted to fine-tune the gas system. Superlative Arms makes a very good adjustable gas block for that. We also have the Jaguar Silencers CAM762, but I don't exclusively shoot this on this gun. I switch it around sometimes, so it's nice to have options and to be able to adjust your gas on the fly. We're also running an H3 buffer in here. I can't really tell you guys why on YouTube, but if you want to check out my Instagram, 2A_Ninja, we have a bunch of videos of this FRT-15L3 on there. So one of the biggest concerns people have about this rifle slash pistol is, are you going to accidentally pull the gun out of battery when you're shouldering it? So the answer is no. If you look here, well, you can't really tell how hard I'm pulling back, but I'm pulling back as hard as I can. You're not going to pull this thing out of battery. There's a little locking tab right here. You have to actually push that down, pump it, and then it will go back in. Obviously, the mag's empty, it's gonna lock back. What if you're shooting and you accidentally hit that button? If you're pulling backward pressure on the forward charging handle here, and you try to push that button, you can't press it. You have to actually let off a little bit of pressure to be able to pull it back. I don't have any accessories for this yet, but I like to either put my finger here on the little lip or my forward finger and kind of put my other 3 fingers away from the button. Even though you can't press it, it's just more comfortable for me that way. Yes, this is a very nice pistol slash rifle, whichever one you get. They make tons of different barrel lengths, calibers, tons of different calibers. I saw one that they posted recently on their Instagram, the 338 ARC, and I was like, man, I gotta get me one of those. So if you guys get a bunch of views on this video, maybe they'll send me out the 338 ARC. But we'll stop talking. I'll shoot this thing a little bit and give you my final thoughts on it. Alright, so I just loaded up 20 rounds in our new T-Mag. I really like these T-Mags. They're translucent, pretty cool. I don't know, regular P-Mag's just as fine, and it's cheaper. So for having over 1,000 rounds on this gun, we have had 0 issues with this. I gotta show you the coolest thing about this. So let's go ahead and take some shots. If you notice I don't have any ear protection on, that's because even though this is a 30 caliber and a vented can, this thing is super, super quiet. It's really hearing safe. There is a little bit of a crack, obviously, because it's a supersonic round. The round hitting the steel is going to be louder than the actual shot. So I'm just shooting the wood pile down there. Alright guys, Bilson Arms BA-15FC. This isn't like a super in-depth review of specs and everything, just because they make so many different calibers and barrel lengths. The main feature of the gun is the pump style forward charging system. It's honestly, I love it way better than the traditional, the T-handle. So one of the only real drawbacks to this is disassembly, and I believe Bilson Arms is working on a remedy to this. So if you look here, you have to actually remove these 2 screws to be able to pull the bolt carrier group out. That's the only drawback. I talked to Bilson Arms a while back. They said they're currently working on a piece to replace this that will be toolless. So if they can get that done, I think it would be a lot better. This is as far out as your bolt's going to go. You do have access to your firing pin retainer pin. So you could potentially, I guess you wouldn't be able to get the cam pin out. I was going to say you could potentially just swap your entire bolt if you had to, but that cam pin being in there is going to limit that. But if you broke a firing pin, you could easily pull that firing pin out and put in a new one without having to take your entire bolt carrier group out. Other than that one little issue, not really a huge issue, because most of the time if you're in the field, something happens, the firing pin is going to be what's going to break, either that or the extractor. You're not going to be able to get the extractor out without pulling the bolt out. But yeah, if you break a firing pin, you could, in the field, take it apart and change it. Also, I wanted to mention, if we do ever have issues in the field, we have this B5 Systems grip plug, and if you look, there are slots for an Allen wrench, and that Allen wrench is actually the exact size we need for this. I currently don't have it in there because I forgot it on my table at home. So, final thoughts on the Bilson Arms BA-15FC. I love this thing, guys. You guys have seen me shoot it tons of times. My father-in-law keeps wanting to buy it from me. I told him, no way, Jose. I'm not getting rid of this thing. I really love this thing. Bilson Arms knocked it out of the park with this. Follow their page if you're not. If you are watching on their page, follow me, because I'll be posting a lot more with this. So that's going to be it for this short little review. Over 1,000 rounds, no issues. Runs great with the FRT. Looking forward to meeting up with Bilson Arms at SHOT Show next year if they're going to be there. Definitely love talking to those guys. Billy's a great dude. Jeremy also. One other thing, guys, Bilson Arms also makes their BCS, or Blue Collar Series suppressors. Very affordable suppressors. I believe they start around $585. But yeah, a very affordable suppressor. This is obviously not it, the Jaguar Silencers CAM762. But we'll see about getting one of Bilson Arms suppressors so we can do a full Bilson Arms build, if you will. So that's going to be it, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and follow if you're on Instagram, and subscribe if you're on YouTube.